Sometimes when you change the game, you attract the attention of other game changers, and they, in turn, can change your life. These next two brothers from Seattle thought donuts were missing from the coffee shop scene, and they decided to do something about it. Now, they're rolling in the dough. Whether it's their music or building, brothers Mark and Michael Klebeck share a passion for nostalgia and kitsch. Their taste surfaced while renovating their mother's home way back in 1991. They found the project fun, so they teamed up with friends in their spare time to remodel the coffee shops where they worked.
There was a lot of that 1940s aesthetic. Visually, you come in and we're really trying to kind of evoke a feeling of years gone by.
By 2001, they were looking to open their own coffee shop. A rusty sign they'd taken from a Chinese restaurant called Top Spot years earlier was a fit, but the S fell off on the way to the repair shop.
And that's what we were left with. I just saw it in the side view mirror. I just saw an S just go kind of roll down the hill, and we just said, well. But at the time, I was so upset because it was part of this sign. It was beautiful and the whole aesthetic, and I just thought, great. Now we got a stupid sign that says Top Pot.
A coffee pot replaced it, and Top Pot was born. It was serendipitous compared to the careful research behind the idea of selling donuts.
Wednesdays, Michael and his wife would open up a cafe, and they wouldn't have certain pastries, so they'd put donuts from a local donut chain into the case, and it was the first thing that sold. So it prompted this idea and kind of planted the seed.
They thought the humble donut done right could set them apart in the Seattle coffee shop scene.
Everyone was talking about the craft coffees, the craft pastries, and we thought, our style is so much like every man, every woman in America, and we built that way. And so the donuts really fell into their own. It was kind of a perfect match.
They even found classic donut making equipment, but there was a problem.
We didn't know how to make donuts.
So they opened in 2002 without donuts, tinkering with a 1920s recipe for another month.
We decided to really push our cake donuts, as well as the sour cream old-fashioned donuts. Those were the two that really stood out. We're still figuring it out. But that's the fun of it. It's experimentation, it's innovation, and that's what I think makes us a stronger company.
Their old-school hand-forged donuts appeal to craft pastry connoisseurs and kids alike. Apple fritters and a pink feather boa were grabbing attention, but nurturing a business is a hands-on proposition.
We were building out the stores. We were in back boxing the donuts. We were writing all the payroll checks, looking at a new location potentially to lease to build out a new store. So we had all these balls in the air that we were really juggling, and it was a pretty stressful time.
A bank loan helped them convert a former oil burner supply house downtown into their new flagship location in 2003 with its very own neon sign. The two Top Pots made about 400 dozen donuts a day back then. Annual revenue, about $300,000. Then Starbucks founder Howard Schultz blew the lid off of Top Pot.
Late September of 2003 is when he came in. In January of 2005, we launched in about 269 of their stores in Western Washington. It was basically doubling our production, and then a week later, tripling.
Since then, Starbucks brought Top Pot donuts to the world.
4 continents and probably close to 22 countries now. I would say we're easily over 1 million donuts a week right now that we're producing worldwide. We exceed over 30 million a year in revenue.
Now there are 6 unique Top Pots in Seattle, a mobile Airstream food truck, and wholesale deals with restaurants, bakeries, even the football stadium. They've also opened a bar, and a second is on the way.
This is the distillery, so we have this copper pot from Scotland.
But it's still about detail and a little luck.
If we had tried to plan it that way, it wouldn't have happened.
As the story about the Top Pot sign shows, sometimes losing your S isn't such a bad thing. The Klebecks are now thinking about expanding into new markets, but they don't want to dilute their donuts. They hope to maintain a unique look for their treats everywhere they go, and boy, are they good. So how did you make your millions? Did your everyday idea change your life?